So I've just finished the tongue for this snake bracelet. I'm not happy with it because, as you can see, they're like falling together. But I don't know. It's kind of looks cool in a way. I put a nice clasp on this one that I'd actually bought. Sterling silver chain that I bought. Handmade jump rings. I bought the wire. So yeah, I've been very busy. I've been a very busy mama tea today. I made this afternoon. I also, what do you think about that tongue? Because it moves. It moves. But it coils together. What can I do about that? Nothing. But anyway, it's cool. I've also made some jump rings. Some were pre-made, so I had to make extras for these earrings. And I'm thinking about hanging. I made power hearts today. Where are they? Where are they? I'm very tired. Sorry, I shouldn't really be making videos when I can barely speak. But I made these little power hearts. I also made this, it's not quite right. It's a sterling silver handle from the serving spoon, the big ones I bought. And I bent it too far because I was going to turn it into a ring. And now I can't unbend it really. So I'm going to hang some chain off it and a catch, and it can be like a bangle, like half there, and then some beads hanging off there, and some kind of catch. I'll have to buy a magnetic catch for it, I think. So there was that. Then I've got these little shells. I've already posted a picture of them on Facebook and Instagram. Obviously that's too big. Oh, yeah, it's too big. But I'll just show you because I'm quite proud of them. I spent the whole day carving them. Absolutely exhausted. I carved them, and I carved some china hearts that I was intending to make jewellery from. And I got disgruntled because the china, the porcelain, was really hard to carve. So I decided to do the power shell, which I thought would be easier. And it was only slightly easier. But I'm thinking, if I drill a little hole in that, that might look kind of cool. But the problem is they won't all be the same size, so it's an idea that's not going to float. Those two are pretty similar in size, but they've got different shapes. Tanya. What has happened to you, Tanya? You used to be the zombie that slept all the time. Life was so much simpler then. Why are you suffering like an animal for your art? You zombie, mama tea, warrior goddess, rising from your doom. I don't know. These kind of look interesting too. I just cut them up from the edges. I didn't do this one today. That's an old one that's been lying around since my mother's stock. But these are all mine. Oh, I also made this from the edge of the shell. Technically that could be cut into little squares like those ones. But I kind of like the curve of it and the colours in it. So I just left it one long piece like that. So I figured I could hang something off it. And I like this too, which is from the lip of the power shell. The back's really hideous, and the bottom side of it, it's not power, sorry, abalone. Power would be way prettier. Sorry, abalone, but you're not as pretty as New Zealand power, just saying. But yeah, this piece is quite pretty, so I could, I don't know, hang something off those too. I'm thinking about it. Let me see. I'm so tired. so tired I could die. I'm so tired I could die. But anyway, I don't know what all this burst of energy of wanting to make things for jewellery today has been about. I've literally been going all day. I haven't even had dinner. I've got to cook dinner still. Like, you can be asked if I just have something easy. I cut up little tiny pieces because I thought, like the scraps off the edge of the shell that, you know, off the pieces are in between, I thought to myself, those little tiny pieces could be chucked in a glob of resin, you know, casting resin, and because they're such pretty colours, they might shine from inside a resiny piece. So that was the idea why I kept those little pieces. So, you know, they're tiny. That's a love heart, but it's got little holes all through it, but oh well. We'll chuck those back in because we don't need those. I'm making a decision, people. I'm making a decision. So, yes, so that can go in there. Those can go in there. Those can go in there. Those can go in there. What shall we do? That can go back in there. That can go back in there. I think that will make a very nice pendant. I have to drill a hole in it somewhere. Maybe down there. But then when you hang the chain off it, oh, there's room. There's room. We'll think about that one. Ditto for that. It's a smaller one. And ditto for that. And ditto for that. Haven't decided because I actually cut them out intending to use them for inlay. Where's that? Maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe it is. No, because that's got a totally different shape to it, to that one. It's going to look weird, isn't it? Well, it was an idea. It was an idea, my friends. We thought it would never end. What about these smaller pieces? This one's quite pretty. When you get it in focus, there's bits of pink in it. They're all pretty. They're all beautiful. I've got one more left to hack up. It's such a big job. It took me all afternoon to cut those up. Cut that one up. The other one. But yeah. No, because that's a different side. It's going to look stupid. Oh well, it was an idea. Then if I have them all, maybe cut up some more little ones. It won't matter that they're random sizes. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just obsessed with PowerShell. Maybe I need to go back to New Zealand. Maybe that's what it... I don't know what this obsession with PowerShell all of a sudden is about. It's nuts. I've got no intentions of going back to New Zealand. Number one, COVID. Number two, no happy memories of New Zealand at all, given my family was so fucking feral. No attachments. Going to school was a nightmare. You know, there's only one person, two people I'd probably like to visit in New Zealand. And, you know, I wouldn't be able to stay with them. I just visit them briefly. And so, yes, so it's not really worth the effort, is it? So I don't know what that's about. But definitely my spirit is really drawn to PowerShell lately, or abalone shell. I do have some power promised to me that someone promised to send, but look, honestly, they're a total stranger, so, you know, I'm sure their intentions were sincere, but I'm not going to, like, hold them to their word. They don't know me, you know, like who gives things away to strangers? No one. It was just probably an impulsive moment in their processing. Now, where was I? Just put this little note. I put a little note. How cute am I? Like a child. Abalone cut and ground by Tanya, 14th of September 2021. Also some china pieces. Oh yes, I'll show you the china pieces. I look, you know, just, oh, these were little wooden beads. I made those on the 9th. So what was that? Nearly a week ago. They turned out all quite alright, but I smashed a bit already. And since the thing cost $40, including the bit, it was a bit of a waste of money. But I got 5 little beads. I don't even know what kind of wood that is. It's got really cool stripes through it. It might be jarrah. But anyway, they turned out okay. But I got 5 lousy beads for all that effort that took all day. So not really worth my time. And then today, I cut this out of a piece of my mother's broken, I can't even say it, Forstenberg plate with great difficulty. I even marred it in a couple of places. Don't know how I'm going to get rid of that mar, but anyway. And the idea is people making jewellery out of them. So you get copper tape and you tape it, and then you silver solder all around the edges and make a clasp, and they look lovely. I don't know if I can do that, but I've managed. Took me all day. This piece particularly would not cut. I broke 3 diamond bits on it. Not 1, not 2, 3. So it sort of looks like a surfboard. I think it'd make a nice pendant. No, that was the plan. And then these were the first pieces I ground. They were quite easy because they're just cheap china from a cheap old mug. And these are like the handles. So I thought, oh, I'll just see if I can grind it down. Sorry, it's not on frame. And so I managed to do that quite easy. So I might drill a hole and make little earrings out of them. They look kind of cool. But the problem is, no, they won't be earrings again because they're different sizes. But anyway, there's the other one. Looks quite cute. A little bit of marring on there as well. Well, you know, it was my first attempt. So there's those. And these were the first ones I made. And they're also from an old mug. The old cheap china mugs were easy to grind, but for some nutty reason the really expensive porcelain was so hard to cut. It was insane. So lesson learned there. And these are really uneven in thickness, so I'm probably going to have to grind them down too at the back, if I can be bothered. It was just an experiment, but you know, mind you, that would look pretty as an earring or a pendant, because of a little flower on it. You know, they do look lovely, the ones that people have made. People who know what they're doing, not me, who doesn't know what I'm doing, and it's just spreading my energy so thin, hoping to find a way to, you know, make a bit of money down the track. It's just insane. It's all insane, and I feel full of despair and exhaustion, and that's ridiculous because you don't achieve anything unless you try and be prepared to experiment and fail quite often, which I'm learning about failing. I fail at soldering. But anywho, I'm wearing this bracelet. I've been wearing it the whole time I've been talking to you, a little bit before then, and it's quite comfortable. I like it. Again, it's not soldered on because soldering me a blah. This was the upgraded version. I wanted a sterling silver version, and I used that using the original bits of chain that was off the original one like that melted. So these are 2 replacements. So the original chain looks okay, and the original tongue looks okay, but again needs soldering. And I'd like to I've got to buy the special tool that pulls these prongs out, remove the rock crystal, and try to solder the eyes down, the bezels down for the eyes, because they're just glued on, because, you know, I'm an amateur and not very good at soldering. But that, I think I might do that. I might actually commit to doing that, because I love this. I've got to get it soldered though, or try to learn to solder it, because I need to solder all the jump rings, especially the ones around the mouth, because I wore it dancing and they fell out. But you know that, because I made a video about that already, and I keep repeating myself ad nauseum, because it kind of distressed me that it didn't work out. But anyway, this one looks quite jolly. It's turned up quite jolly. So, yes. Again, the things need soldering, and that's going to be a problem, especially with this one, because it's EPNS and they melt very easily. So, we'll see. See what I'm going to do with that. Time will tell. Anyway, it's now 8:46 p.m. I'm very tired. I've done what I'm going to do tonight. I can't face looking at jewellery one more moment. So, Lila Tov people, have a wonderful day wherever you are, or night. Goodbye.